I've heard so many people, especially doctors, that want me to get on it so badly.
Ethan, your doctor's smart, educated. Your friends are like, hey, yeah, you lost weight without it, so why would you take it? Do they know how hungry you are? Coach Greg, and in today's video, why not take a GLP? Like, really? Why aren't you taking it? I get it. If you're a fit person, you're in shape, you already look great. For example, you're a Coach Greg, you're doing your cardio, your body fat percentage is already ideal, then you don't need to take it. But what if you're morbidly obese? What if your doctor encourages you to take it? The GLPs, this is exactly what it's for people like Ethan. And so Blake asked Ethan straight out.
I gotta ask you the question everyone has been wondering, why aren't you on a GLP?
Like, what's wrong with you? Have you not looked at yourself? Do you look like a guy that doesn't need a GLP? If there was one person on this planet that it was made for, would you not be that person? I'm with Blake. I think that he should be on a GLP, that he belongs on a GLP, that his coach could encourage him to take a GLP. But no, I don't want it. I can do it all on my own.
I don't really know, man.
With an absence of an appropriate answer, why not default to the doctor's recommendation? I mean, if I had high blood pressure and I went to the doctor and he said, you know what, you should take some Telmisartan, you can get it at Algorex. You could perhaps take a GLP, get that Algorex, whatever. I would say, you know what, doc, considering you have the education, I trust you. I'm going to do what you're saying. In this case, Ethan, you got Blake, you got Coach Greg, and so what else do you need? I mean, remember, I'm not a doctor. If your doctor suggests that you take a GLP, I'm going with your doctor. I'm looking at your physique, above 40% body fat, clearly, above a 40 BMI, morbidly obese. You would benefit from it.
I think it's one of those things where I've lost so much weight already without it that I feel like I should be able to get to the end without using it.
There's a lot of things you can do to a certain point. You get you from A to B, but then to go from B to C, you need some help. So for example, a lot of people can build an impressive physique while being natural. You know, wow, look at you. You're natural? Are you kidding me? But if you want to win the Olympia, you probably got to add something in. To go from 650 pounds to 450 pounds, you did that on your own. Bravo. You should be congratulated. This is amazing. But now to continue to lose the weight, continue to make the progress, and not to suffer aimlessly, why not take the doctor's medications?
Dude, I think you are the most perfect candidate for a GLP in the world. You've already lost 200 and however many pounds. Yeah. You've proven that you can do it. I assume you like food, right?
Oh, yeah.
He likes food. He's suffering. It's not like it's easy. I mean, if he said, look, every week I'm losing like 2-3 pounds. The diet's easy. Cardio's easy. I'm not struggling. This is a blast. Well, yeah, don't use the GLP. But have we not seen him suffer? Have we not seen him fall off the wagon? Have we not seen weeks where he hasn't been able to stay on point? And did he not, in fact, travel 2,000 miles just to be next to his coach? What would be easier? You know, going to Algorex or perhaps your doctor, getting the peptide, doing a shot once a week, whatever, and not moving 2,000 miles? Or taking your entire life across the country in order to lose the weight.
You think about food sometimes, right?
Oh, yeah.
He thinks about food too much. He's got the food nice. He's struggling. He's like anyone. Anyone trying to lose weight, this is what you feel. With these GLPs, whether it's Ozempic or tirzepatide or even Retta, which is not FDA approved, but hey, they all in fact do work. Your hunger, it's going to go down. And so if you think that GLP Max is effective, I mean, 28% reduction in hunger, go from an 8 out of 10 to a 6 out of 10. You can get it at HGLT supplements. Of course, you've already gone there and you've gotten the Turk, you've gotten the GO2 Max and doing your cardio, lifting the weights. If this isn't enough and you need to more dramatically reduce your cravings, use a GLP. I'd rather see somebody, despite the fact that yes, there are negative side effects. Yes, it can be dangerous. But it's more dangerous to be fat than it is to be on a GLP.
He's the perfect candidate. I'm not sponsored by a GLP company. I've never used a GLP in my life. I have no affiliate code. I just think this product or this medicine was made for you.
Blake, he's not sponsored by a company. He's not a Coach Greg. He doesn't make money from selling you this stuff. And he's still telling you that you should be taking it. Now, myself, I make money from telling you to take it, but I would still tell you to take it. Just because I make money from practically anything that I do doesn't mean that I don't believe in it. Guys, I find the things that I believe in, and then I make money from doing that. And so, yeah, of course I make millions of dollars selling the Turk Builder Max. Of course I make millions selling GO2 Max. But it doesn't mean it doesn't work. Just because I am a part owner of AlGoreX, just because I'm owning HDLT supplements, doesn't mean that the supplements that don't work.
I've heard so many people, especially doctors, that want me to get on it so badly. But then a lot of the people in my life that I'm close to, where they're like, oh, you've already come this far without it.
Those people are idiots. They're morons. They're low IQ individuals. And so, Ethan, your doctors, smart, educated, probably went to school for 8 years. Coach Greg, smart, educated. I know what I'm talking about. Your friends are like, hey, yeah, you lost weight without it, so why would you take it? Do they know how hungry you are? How many of those friends were ever 600 pounds? How many of them know what it's like to be you? They do not. Now, I never was 600 pounds, but I know what it's like to be hungrier than you ever was. Any person who's dieted to sub 5% body fat, doing cardio, starving, is eating plain spinach trying to get full, and considers a chicken breast a cheat meal, is putting Splenda on a can of plain tuna and thinks that it tastes like pizza. Yeah, we're a little strange. We know what it's like to be hungry, and so I know what it's like to be starving. And if you continue to diet, you think you're hungry now. You think you're hungry now at 450? Wait till you're 350. If you ever get hungry right now, if you think the food noise is strong right now, you're going to be deaf with hunger in a couple of years.
Oh, you've already come this far without it, so you shouldn't do it.
I think that's some bullshit.
I mean, think about how stupid that is. Like, you're just going to live to your friends. Imagine if I just listened to all my friends. You guys, you have to make your own decisions based on the data, the research of which you should be heavily involved in. And so if you hear Blake, you hear Coach Greg, and you hear several doctors, what's holding you back?
I'm at a point right now out here, especially with Jacob, where I know I'm sticking to my deficit. So would getting on a GLP actually accelerate the fat loss, or would it just make it less stressful?
What's wrong with it being less stressful? Will it accelerate the fat loss? Well, no. A calorie deficit is a calorie deficit. Now, could you be on a greater calorie deficit? Probably. Could you lower your calories a little bit more? Absolutely. Would it be easier? Yes. Yeah, you don't need to use a GLP. But remember, when you sneak into the pantry and you start eating, you start cheating, when you have a bad day and you reach for that cheat and you fall off the wagon and regain the weight, whose fault will that be? Damn! 95% of diets fail. And so you have a 5% chance of doing this alone. With the GLP, probably 80% chance you're going to do it. And so why not increase your odds? Why not increase your chances? Is your health not worth it? If you're having an exam and it's an open book test, are you going to do the exam without your book just because you can? Oh, I could still pass without it. I studied really hard. I don't need the book, but you're allowed the book. You can have the calculator. I don't need it. Hey, I'm really good at math. I probably could pass a math test without my calculator. But why not use it? There's no harm in you doing this. People shouldn't make fun of you or look down on you that you needed to use a medication. And so why not use it?
If you're in the same deficit, it would just make it less stressful. And if you have thoughts of food, from what I've been told, those would kind of not be as strong.
But it wouldn't affect the scale much.
Wouldn't affect the scale.
Ethan, you could lose all this weight with no cardio whatsoever. Should you not do cardio? Hey, I can do it in cardio free. But why not add cardio? It makes it easier. Could you lose weight without my cookbook? You know, you can lose just as much weight without my cookbook, eating the same calories as with my cookbook, but the cookbook makes it easier. And so why wouldn't you get my cookbook? Could you lose all of this weight without your coach? Of course you could. And so why are you using a coach? Frankly, you would lose more weight with the GLP than with your coach. It would make more difference having the GLP than having your coach. Does that mean you should fire your coach? Does that mean you should only use a GLP? Of course not. But why not use both? Why not use everything at your disposal? And so, for example, in order, you probably would want the Coach Greg cookbook to start on day one. It's going to be cheaper than a coach, cheaper than a GLP. You can lose the first 200 pounds just with the book. Then you're stuck. Hey, Add in the coach. Coach is going to help you out, going to tell you the tricks of the trade, and it's going to make it easier. Then, it's getting hard now. Now we add in the GLP. The same as any bodybuilder doing a bodybuilding competition. Every time I've coached an athlete, they said, well, when do I start cleanse? When do I use the fat burners? When do I do this? When do I do that? You start with nothing. You're going to easily lose weight on your own. You just finished your off season. You don't add in cleanse. Oh, but my last coach said, no, shut your last coach out of your mind. Forget it. You lose as much weight as you can. And when it gets difficult, then you add the next things in. That is how you do it. And so you're ready.
I mean, I guess like the mental thing, right? Like, yes, getting rid of the food noise would be helpful.
Dieting shouldn't be a struggle. It's not some, oh, I did it all me. I did it without eating fruits and vegetables. I did it without the cookbook. I did it without cardio. That makes me a better dieter than you. Who gives a shit? Whoever gets there, they're the champion. It doesn't matter how you did it. If he were sticking to his diet, then he'd be losing weight, not posting a video every other day about how he binged. The fact that he has in fact binged, I've witnessed it. I know he's fallen off the wagon. He himself has stated this. With Retta, with GLPs, Ozempic, Tirzepatide, that would not happen. He's lost 200 pounds. But had he been on a GLP, he would have lost 300. And so, which is better? The longer you're overweight, the worse that it is. I mean, it's analogous to smoking cigarettes. Let's say he smoked 3 packs a day. That is horrible. It's going to do bad things to your lung. But since that time, he's cut it back to 1. Amazing. It's so much better than smoking 3. But it's not as good as smoking none. And so if he were to take the GLP, the binges would be over, the food noise would be gone, he would be able to stick to the diet with no issues. And so why wouldn't he take it? He still never, not once, has come out and said he went on a food bender. Not once has he admitted to having a binge eating disorder. I watched it myself. He explained how he fell off the wagon. Oh, last night I couldn't stop. You don't think I watch his videos, and so stop lying. Why are we pushing GLPs? Because they work. It's the first time in history when people can literally lose the weight that they want. Yes, I preach to diet, to do the cardio, to lift the weights, to do all the healthy things. I have countless videos. But I'm not going to sit here on my high horse and say, you should do it without a GLP because I did. I don't think I'm better than anyone else. Just because I'm able to maintain 10% body fat or less without a GLP doesn't mean that other people can't benefit from it. I know the dangers of being morbidly obese. They are immense, huge, taking years, decades off of your life. And so don't you think that I want to help people to get the medications that they need in order to live a long and healthy life? If a GLP can help you to stick to your diet, and the diet allows you to eat in a calorie deficit, which ultimately causes you to lose weight and to be healthy, why wouldn't we want that? Does that mean I'm telling people to go on a GLP and to not buy my cookbook, to not go to the gym, to not do the cardio? Absolutely not. I want you to do all 3. I want you to do everything. Don't you think I'd like to have a pill that could increase my memory by 2-fold? I would be able to learn Spanish twice as fast as last time, and that would be what I would want. And so, yeah, you say, oh, I'm not going to take the pill. I want to study on my own. No, that's fine, yeah. Well, it's not taking years off your life. But in terms of your body weight, if you don't lose the weight, you are going to die an early death. And so why not take the medication? Why wouldn't we? Are you slow? He's dying, and a GLP-1 would not only save his life, but make his quality of life better while making him healthier. And so why wouldn't we push a medication onto someone that improves their quantity and quality of life? And, oh, FYI, did you know that there's a medication that will do the same exact thing? And you don't need it to be prescribed by your doctor? And I'm not talking about something from Algorex. It's called exercise. Did you know that exercise is better than every single pill known to man? That if a doctor could prescribe you exercise, and so, for example, all of you right now are doing 1 hour of cardio every single day. Whether it's riding a bike, jogging, swimming, playing sports, did you know what that would do to the world? The world would be the healthiest planet we've ever seen, but yet you don't want to do it. It's sad. I was a phys ed teacher. I wanted everyone to love sports and movement activity the way I did, but at least I can now make videos where I can explain these benefits. Now, if he loses the weight, Do you think it's easy for Ethan to go and play a game of pickup basketball? How easy do you think it is for Ethan to go on a bike ride with Coach Greg? When he's 450 pounds, you think it's possible? He sits on the bike and it breaks. It doesn't work. And so I don't care about all you body positivity activists. The world was not meant to be experienced inside the body of a fat person. It's a fat suit that's preventing you from enjoying the world. You can cope and you can say, no, I'm fat. I love my body. It gives me life. Bullshit. It's slowing you down. You don't get to do all of the amazing things that I do because you're too fat to enjoy it. And so lose the weight and at all costs. And so if you want to save on those costs, go to Algo RX. It's about half the price of their competitors. For example, Merrick Health. Compare their prices. Go there, compare, and save and buy exactly what you need. Don't forget to enter code Greg. And remember, at Algorest, it's all from compounding pharmacies. It's not some research chemical bullshit. They're not selling things that are not FDA approved. And so it's all above board. Don't forget to click the link and check out my Sculpt app that I've made with Eric Janicki, one of the best apps in the world. You can get your body fat done. The programs, me and Eric show you exactly how to do everything. And so if you're interested, click the link in the description. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algo for Algo RX. Go and watch one of those two bloops. And of course, if you want to get sponsored, be an affiliate, you want to promote supplements to the best supplement company in the world, HTLT, click the link right now. If you're looking for coaching, of course you click the link. And if you want to carry my supplements to your store, the link as well. And until next time, I am out.